You tired of the same old stuff for the 4th of July? Well, I got something new for you. It's gonna change everything. It's gonna be one of your favorites, I guarantee you. Today we are making bacon burger dogs right here on BKC Cooks. Let's go! Hey good people, welcome back to BKC Cooks. I'm Brandon Carpenter and today I'm here to rescue your boring 4th of July cookout. That's right, not gonna do anything normal. We're gonna do the elusive bacon burger dog. That's right, you heard me, bacon burger dog. If you don't want the bacon, it is just a burger dog. Yes, so if you're a Gen Xer like me, you know of the elusive bacon burger dog. And today we're gonna crack the code. We're gonna show you exactly how to make it. It's not hard, it's just never been done, at least not by me. So we're gonna get it done. We're gonna show you everything it takes, all the ingredients you need. Go out there, get that fire going. It's gonna be pretty simple. It's gonna be pretty damn delicious. And I do think it'll be something fun, something you can add to your repertoire for your 4th of July or any other cookouts that you might do. So let's check out what we need and get it going. All right, so here's what we'll need to get this done. I've got 5 jumbo hot dogs. These are pretty good sized dogs. These are all beef kosher dogs, so you can go with whatever brand you like. This shouldn't make too much of a difference as long as it's a really good hot dog. I'm going to be using a ½ pound of ground chuck. This is prime ground chuck, prime 1 from HEB, greatest grocery store in the world. HEB, come see me. I keep telling you, we can do great things. I'm going to do 1 strip of bacon for each burger dog, so I'll need 5 strips because I'm doing 5 dogs. And of course you will need buns. I suggest splurging a bit, getting some nice buns. These are brioche. Find yourself some fancy buns. Hey, it's the holiday, man, you know, splurge a little bit. And then you will need some kind of seasoning for the burger portion. I'm going with dry rub by the Jank. I really like this. This just tastes like a cookout, man. It's just perfect blend of spices. Can't say enough good things about it. So that's pretty much it. So of course, whatever toppings you want, mustard, ketchup, whatever you choose to put on there, make sure you have that stuff on hand. So let's go get the fire lit and we'll come back and prep these dogs. All right, so we'll start prepping the dogs by seasoning the ground chuck. So again, I'm using dry rub by the Jank. Again, really good stuff. Tastes like a cookout. You gotta trust me, man. Order yourself some on their website. It's good stuff. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on all sides just to gauge the amount of seasoning I want. And of course I got my orange diesel gloves from Golden Protective Services. These things are great, man, especially for handling meat or anything that might get slick or wet on you. These are great. They have great texture. They don't rip. I've been using these for quite a while. I've never had a pair rip or tear or anything like that. Feel good on the hands. Can't say enough good things about them. Get you some of that glove love from Golden Protective Services, man. So yeah, so we're just mixing this up. Nothing fancy, just to get the seasoning all through there. Simple as can be. All seasoned up. Now let's get these dogs together. All right, now it's time for the dog, or the glizzy, or the gagger, or whatever you want to call it these days. So what basically we're going to do, we're going to split this dog, and we're going to stuff it with the ground chuck, and we will have our burger dog. So my plan, I don't want to go too close to the end because I don't want it to split, because as this cooks, it will expand and it'll start pulling at itself. So I'm gonna go probably about a ½ inch from the end, maybe a little more. So you want a good sharp knife for this. I'm using a bone-in knife. And I didn't do a good job of going all the way through, so I'm just gonna follow my cut here. All right, now we got it. So, as you can see, we have a nice little void to put the ground chuck in. So that's what we're gonna do. You can divide your ground chuck, that ½ pound, up into 5 pieces. And then you just wanna kinda roll it to somewhat of a tube so that you can get this in here without fighting too much with it. Oh, actually, it looks like this other side, y'all have to forgive me, man, this is a new thing for me. Yeah, this other side seems to cooperate more, so if one side is easier to stuff this stuff into, use that to your advantage. You want to try to get that even with the surface of the dog, so that way you know it's tucked in there well. And that's what the other side will look like. I like this because it's letting me know that that's going to cook without falling through. That makes sense. So we'll get the other dogs prepped and come right back at you. Now my burger dogs are all prepped up, but we're not done yet. Got to season these things one more time, man. So one of my barbecue brothers from the Black Smoke Barbecue crew, he hit me up to the fact that, hey, you know, you should be seasoning your hot dogs. And I had never done that before, never considered it before. I always just took them out of the pack and cooked them. But we seasoning these dogs today, so as you can see, I got a lot of extra seasoning that spilled over on my board. So on that back side, I'm just gonna pick up this seasoning. That way we don't waste anything, we don't waste any money. You can give them a roll, make sure all sides got the seasoning on them. And man, looks like we're in business. All right, so we got our dogs seasoned up. I'm gonna go light the fire, and while that fire is going, I will cook my 5 strips of bacon. So let's get that fire going and get these dogs on. Let's go. It's time to light the fire. Of course, I'm running with the Good Charcoal Company, Lump Charcoal. This is the official charcoal of BKC Cooks. You can get yourself some at Home Depot online. You can find it at Sam's Club. There's some other retailers. Y'all should check this company out, man. They're really good people. They do a lot of good for a lot of people. And they make great charcoal. It's acacia wood from Africa. It burns really hot. You don't have to use a lot of it. I really enjoy cooking with it. And again, they are the official charcoal of BKC Cooks, so get yourself a bag or two, man. So we're gonna get this lit up, man. I'm using my King Griller Gambler, my portable little grill. This thing folds up, rolls away. I really enjoy cooking on it, especially for small cooks like what we're doing. And if you're tailgating, camping, doing something like that, it's a perfect thing for it. And this thing's only about $100 right now, so I definitely suggest getting yourself one. So I'm going to use a chimney starter. Get some charcoal in here. We don't need a ton. Again, I'm only doing 5 of these burger dogs, so I'm gonna do about a ½ chimney of charcoal. We don't need a big, you know, ripping fire or anything like that. We're not searing steaks. Don't need a ton of heat. We just need a nice, even, consistent heat and get those burger dogs cooked perfectly. So I'm gonna use a tumbleweed fire starter. This is just like little wax bundles. If you've never used these before, man, these things are pretty awesome. You can find them at all your local hardware stores, any places you might find barbecue supplies. You can definitely find them online. So that's what I like using because they're consistent. Once they get burning, there it goes. There's no stopping it. So throw that in the bottom. And that's that, man. While that's going, I'm gonna go inside and cook the 5 strips of bacon. I hope you don't need me to do a bacon video, but if you do, I don't mind doing it. Leave a comment down below if you need a bacon video. I'll get that done for you. And if you're new here to the channel, man, you like what I'm doing, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, leave comments, do all that stuff. All that stuff really helps me, lets YouTube know that you like what I'm doing, and all that is a plus for me and for the channel. So again, we'll let this fire get going. We'll go inside, cook that bacon, and we're gonna bring those burger dogs out, get them grilled up and ate up. Let's get to it. Our grill is hot, coals are ready. Time to get these burger dogs on, man. So I'm gonna be using my meat stick mini. I think that's gonna fit perfectly in here because I wanna be able to make sure that the burger portion of these burger dogs is properly cooked. You know, the dogs are already cooked, but the burger's raw. We wanna make sure we get this right. So we're going to, I'm gonna find a way to insert that and make it work, so stand by. All right, so I got it. This is gonna be able to be on either side. So yeah, so that meat stick mini will keep track of the temp for me right in the app, and I'll know exactly when this is perfectly cooked. So let's get these things on. All right, so on they go. All right, things are looking good. They're sizzling away. Means our fire is right, but it's not screaming hot. We're gonna go lid down, let these things do what they do. We'll check them in a couple minutes. Well, my camera died because it got too hot in this Texas heat. But I'm using my phone for a second. As you can see, man, these things are cooking up beautifully. So these are turned real quick. Leaking out that good juice. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Come on. Oh, yeah. That's it. Perfect, perfect, beautiful, beautiful. Well, these are done, y'all. I'm gonna get these plated up. Give them the old taste test. Let's get to it. All right, man, we got those bacon burger dogs off the grill. As you can see, they came out beautifully. This is the one I put the meat stick mini wireless thermometer probe in. If you want a meat stick of your own, man, there'll be a link in the description. And if you click on that link and you buy something, I am an affiliate and ambassador for the meat stick, so I will get a little piece. But it helps fund the channel. It helps, you know, keep me bringing you content. So don't be shy, get yourself a meat stick today. But getting back to these burger dogs, man, I toasted one of those brioche buns I showed you that we had earlier, and then, man, it smells amazing. I could eat that toasted bread by itself. And I cooked that bacon like I told you I was gonna do, so I'm sliding that bacon right in the bun. You can see the steam coming off that bun. I just pulled it out the oven. And I got my burger dog. Oh, man, that's hot. I got my burger dog. And you can dress this up however you want. I'm just gonna go mustard and ketchup because I figured, hey, mustard for the dog, ketchup for the burger. And I wanna taste what this thing is like before we add all types of stuff to it. So, a little mustard, a little bit of ketchup, not a ton. Because again, y'all, I wanna taste what's really going on here. So, and there we have One bacon burger dog, the elusive bacon burger dog. We're about to go in here and see what it does. Whoa. I got my towel this time, y'all. That's really good. Wow. It's the best of both worlds. It really is. You know, the bacon is adding that smokiness, it's adding texture, crunch, but that hot dog crisped up beautifully. And that burger on the inside is mean. It's hot too. Yup. No more burgers and dogs. It is burger dogs from now on. This is the way to go. You want to liven up your cookout, your 4th of July, whatever holiday they're cooking out for. You gotta give these a try. These are great. And I wouldn't recommend cheese. If you want cheese, do your thing, but this is enough. Look at cross section, man. That's really good. Do a little. Really damn good. So that's gonna wrap it up for this one, man. As I always tell y'all, stop being scared. Put something on that grill. Let's go, man. And I always wish good eating to y'all. And I'll catch y'all on the next one.